Yo, what is up, everybody? And today, I decided to do a different kind of video. This video, I want to talk about Black Ops 6 as a whole. In this video, I want to talk about the multiplayer and zombies. I, as of right now, I did not touch the campaign yet because I've been non-stop grinding for Dark Matter. So I won't be able to give my opinion on that. But anyway, let's get straight into it. Now, right off the bat for multiplayer, I want to start off with the pros, because I always think starting off with the pros and ending with the cons kind of makes sense to me. Now, the first and main thing that obviously has been promoted a lot, Omni movement. Omni movement is so much fun. The skill ceiling is insane. You can honestly make a lot of insane plays with it, and it's gonna be like I'm just saying right now, Omni movement is gonna be in Call of Duty for years to come. I do think it's gonna get a bit over time, but I think as of right now, it's really good. It's fun. And if you're really good with Omni movement, you can destroy lobbies, but you can improve as a new player. That's what I like about it. The next is a double-edged sword for me. Balancing. Now, balancing is... Okay, let me explain. Balancing, to me, is when you can use the majority of the weapons, and you can actually dominate with them. Now, the reason why I say it's a double-edge is because there are weapons are overpowered, in my opinion. Like the Tonto, XM4, gun weapons like that. If you guys play Black Ops 6 or seen gameplay, you know what I mean by that. But you can honestly use the majority of the weapons and kind of compete with them. Like, for example, the Bison or the PP. I forget the whole name of the gun. That gun is my favorite so far, and you can really do insane with it. But like I said, I'll talk about that later, for the cons. But anyway, next thing, this is simple. The prestige system's back. I am grateful for this. I've been asking for this for a long time. I'm glad it's finally back, because I hated how they did it in Modern Warfare 2019 and onwards, because there was no real progression, and I hated that. And I'm actually going to loop this in with the prestige system, the rewards you get from it. And I'm also going to loop back to this too. Honestly, throughout the prestiges, it's actually all callbacks to previous cards. Well, Black Ops series, my bad. Where you can, for example, there was a world, the Prestige 1 is all about a World at War. You can get a Zombie Weaver skin. You can get a blueprint for the Thompson, essentially. I really love that. And I like the fact that it actually promotes you, it allows you to prestige. Be like, hey, you want to prestige up and get rewards? Alright, here you go. Here's a fun blueprint you can use. Or here's an operator skin, which I know for I think it's Prestige 4 or 5. You get the Menendez skin. I don't know for who. I know I'm close. I think I just hit Prestige 4. So I personally always love that. And honestly, the final pro for me personally, the camo grind. The camo grind, I really started camo grind back in Modern Warfare 2 2022, I want to say, or Cold War Zombies. But those, starting from Modern Warfare 2 2022, the camo grind was extremely easy. You could literally do it while you played. It was that easy. But long shots ruined it for me. I always say this, they should never have long shots with every single gun again, because that was horrible. And then Modern Warfare 3 actually improved it a little bit, which I actually think is on the same level as Black Ops 6. But pretty much, if you guys don't know, the camo grind for Black Ops 6 is you have, I'm pretty sure, 9 military camos, which all weapons except for launchers and melees you need headshots for. Will be 100 headshots for each weapon, and then you have 2 special camos, which is like designed for each gun or launcher, stuff like that. And then you have the actual, like, main, like, gold, diamond, and all that. And they mostly around double kills, triple kills, get kills without dying. You get my point. And, like I said, we're still talking about the multiplayer side. Gold, love the fact that it's like Black Ops 1 gold. In my opinion, the best gold of all time is Black Ops 1. Love the diamond camo. Darkspawn, I think, is actually kind of underrated. I personally really liked it. Dark Matter, I don't know. Like, my personal favorite Dark Matter has to be Black Ops 4, because I like how it leveled himself up essentially after getting kills. And after 30, actually turned into like the Black Ops 3 one. But this Dark Matter, it's okay. I liked it. Not my personal favorite, but it's not my least favorite. Now that we got the pros out of the way, we move on to the cons. And some of these cons are really bad. Let's just get the biggest one out of the way. Skill-based matchmaking. Why is this still in the game? Like, really, why? Nobody likes skill-based matchmaking. You don't, like, it punishes you for doing good. I had a lot of times where I'll drop like 60 kills one game, then the next game I join late to a domination match where I'm losing like 17 to 150. And like, they had like a chopper up every 2 seconds. No, like, why? Why do you put me into this? But even if I load into like a fun game, I know that if I do good, I know I'm gonna be punished in like the next couple games because of my skill. And look, I can see it from both hands. Like, for me personally, I don't think it belongs in Call of Duty, but I can see, on the other hand, for new players, because like new players can play with new players, or players at the skill ceiling. But I don't know if you guys remember, the Christmas noobs during like the old cards, or I say the golden era. I really miss those days, because now it's just gone. Like, new people won't even know what that is anymore, and that's really sad to me. But look, you can find plenty of like YouTubers talking about skill-based matchmaking, but I want to start moving on. The maps, and I'm gonna loop this in with it. The face-off mosh pit, I don't know what they did, but it generally feels like I'm always getting Warhead. I don't know why. I sure plenty of other people have experienced this, but I can get Warhead like 5 times in a row. I'm not even kidding. Because I would choose classified, and I always get Warhead. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the map. It just does not flow up, in my opinion. But yeah, going back to the maps, like just regular maps, the maps are not the best. I'll admit, there were some good ones, like Babylon, Payback, but then you have the opposite spectrum of Vault, Red Card, I don't like. Lowtown is my least favorite map. I generally can never get into it. And in my opinion, this is the weakest launcher maps we've seen. Like I said, like, I really do like Babylon. Controversial opinion, I like it way more than Shipment. There you go. There's the controversial opinion of the video. Babylon is better than Shipment, and I'll stand by that. But the next thing I want to talk about is hit registration. Hit registration always felt off to me because I had times where actually I had a game earlier. I was playing on Nuketown, and I went to dive behind like the car in the middle. I was prone, but I still died. And I looked at the kill cam, and on this screen I was standing. Like, well, I was like starting to go down, but on my screen, I was all the way on the ground. I really think they need to fix this because it's just not good. Like, I have plenty of times where I also die by behind a wall, and when I clearly am behind it, I still die, and it didn't say I got wallbang or anything like that. But two more things I want to talk about the cons. The next thing, spawns. God damn, the spawns suck in this. Like, I had games where I literally keep on spawning on each side like 15 different times. And I generally cannot get a flow when that happens. Because, like, you don't know when the enemies are going to spawn. I had times where the enemies spawn right next to me. I had times where I actually did spawn in the enemy spawn. And they just immediately melted me down. That is not okay. Fix the spawns, please. And the last thing I want to talk about for recon, for cons, is recon. I know when this video's up, it already got nerfed a little bit, and they announced it's gonna be back in. They're gonna nerf it even more, I believe, in season 1 when it comes out. Recon, like, I'm fine with it, except for the wall hacks. Because you can literally see everything for a couple seconds. You know where everybody is. And that's just not fun, especially for hardcore. But with that out of the way, for multiplayer overall, it's fun. I'll admit, it's a Treyarch game. I'm honest, I'm a Treyarch fanboy. So I like every single Treyarch game that came out. But in terms of multiplayer, I say this is about average to slightly above average for me. If I were to put it on a tier list, I say B, low A. I say for me personally, because I do definitely have fun on it a lot of times. Alright, and then the final thing I want to talk about is obviously the zombies. Now, where to begin with the zombies? I'm actually going to talk about each map, what I like about each map, and then I'm going to talk about the overall cons. Now, first thing I want to talk about is Terminus. Right off the bat, the Easter egg is a lot of fun. It's easy to do, the boss fight's intense, and you feel accomplished with yourself when you beat it. And for me personally, I personally always enjoy those kinds of Easter eggs. And I really hope they do more of it. More like boss fights of that caliber. Because obviously, spoiler alert, skip ahead a couple of seconds if you don't want to hear this, but the boss fight is Patient 13, which I don't personally know who Patient 13 is. I'm gonna be honest, I need to look more into that. But I like the fact he has multiple phases. You had to, like, in the final phase, you actually needed to, you know, it's pretty much stun him or you die, which I personally really like. I beat it solo at first, and then at this time of recording the video, I beat it with my friends, and that was a lot of fun to do. It was hard, but it was fun. This is also going to go into Liberty Falls, but lots of side Easter eggs. Like, you can do so much. Like, you can find, like, the Haunted Talisman that gives you permanent double XP, but every time you take a hit, you lose points, which I think is I think is actually really cool. You can shoot down an asteroid to get a chance to have a wonder weapon. You can shoot a basketball to get, if you do, like, if you do like a lot of stuff, you can get up to 64,000 points, which is insane to me. So yeah, there's no shortage of side Easter eggs. The Wonder Weapon, the Beam Smasher, really strong, because you can honestly just use it on its own, and I think you can get to a decent high round. I don't know how it is in like past like round 100, but I know that I think the strat I saw up to round 100 was to stun them and use the GS-45 and just kill everything. And the last thing I want to talk about for Terminus is the storyline. Like, I love the fact that it's finding a set crew, but it feels like there isn't a whole lot of dialogue with them, and I don't like that. I wish there was a lot more. But once again, spoiler alerts if you don't want to hear this, because I'm gonna be talking about the ending cutscene for a second. So just skip ahead a couple times. The next yeah, like I said, I want to talk about the ending cutscene. I love the fact that the Chaos story is actually canon in Black Ops 6. Now, I'm wondering if we're gonna get that, that rumored, like, I think it was like Alexander Library, I think where it was, to find Medusa, but I don't know. So hopefully we get there. And there's also had a theory about the cut zombies map Paris, because they were talking about going to France to find, I think it was Richtofen, or the Central Artifact. I think it was the Central Artifact. But yeah. Going to Liberty Falls now. Once again, lots of side Easter eggs. You can shoot like the zombie head on the top of the church. Get a lot of points and salvage. You can actually bowl. You can have a rave party with the zombies. So many side Easter eggs. Now the jet gun is actually good. Like, it's actually insanely good. Still has infinite damage. Now has infinite ammo. Has 2 alternate fire modes. And I think you can easily make it to round 100 with it. I will probably try that at some point soon. Who knows, I might live stream it. So, I would subscribe and turn on notifications for that. Thank you. And the Easter egg, relaxing, it's fun. I think a casual can easily do it. There's no real boss fight. Because the final step is literally, I think it was a 3-phase lockdown in the church. But if you set it up, you can easily do it. And honestly, Liberty Falls is more of a casual map. It's for the casual players. I personally really love that. And actually, I'm gonna loop this back in with Terminus. Love the fact there's actually 2 zombie maps at launch. Like, I missed that. I think the last time we had that was in Black Ops 4, which is insane to think about. But that's all the pros. Now the cons. The biggest con for me. I'm sorry. The inflation that they had, I don't know what inflation they had, is insane. I'm sorry. It costs so much to buy everything. I know it's kind of based off of Cold War, but it felt like it went even more expensive in Black Ops 6 than Cold War, because I think it takes me until like almost around like 40 to 50 to pack a punch everything and all that and get all perks I want. And like the salvage, like it honestly feels like it kind of drops less, I think, because especially when you're playing with 4 players, from what I noticed, I don't get a whole lot. Like, I barely had enough to reach purple rarity by like around 25, I think, because of how literal it drops. So I recommend always using the suppressor for that, which I learned recently. But yeah, they need to fix the inflation on there. At least make everything at least cost a little bit less. Well, at least can be the exact same as Cold War. Because, wow. It, like, for example, on Liberty Falls, it takes like almost like 10,000 points, I think, to reach the church fully. and to like open the whole map essentially. That is insane. And obviously this is like another common thing, the boss spam. Jesus Christ, turn down the Mangler spawn. Holy heck. I don't want to be shot with 15 different Manglers all at once, instantly killing me. No, who wants that? I'm fine with 1, maybe 2 per round, if they want to go down that route. I don't want to fight like 10 or 15 around. No. And going for back to Liberty Falls with the Abominations, having way too much health. And then for Terminus, it was the Abogation? I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like the mini boss with like the lots of hands and all that. No, I don't. They need to nerf the boss spam a bit. The next thing I want to talk about, weapons, like, they feel extremely weak in Black Ops 6. Like, there's a couple weapons that stand out. Obviously, the auto shotgun, the GS45. I think the LR sniper. I think those are the only good ones from what I've seen so far. All the other weapons, from what I've seen, like you can like fully pack a punch and all that legendary rarity. I don't think you can make it to round 40. I think with them, but like the auto shotgun and all that too. Like you can use them up to maybe round 50, and then you have to use like the wonder weapons. And that's kind of, like, not good for high rounds. And speaking of high rounds, mutant ejections are insane, by the way. Like, you don't take any damage from them, and you can take out the whole round's worth of zombies. It with just one of them. Now, the last con I want to talk about, they nerfed high rounds. It's pretty much pointless to go past round 30. You barely get any XP. As is, it's just not worth it to go high rounds. Unless it's somehow if you don't feel accomplished with yourself, I would personally wait to do high rounds. Unless if they want to, add more XP to it. But yeah, overall, I personally really am enjoying the zombies experience. I forgot to say one more con. I don't like the Warzone feel of Black Ops 6 zombies. Like, it generally does not... I don't think plating should be in Black Ops 6. I was fine with shields, personally. Just building a shield and that's it. Because that's why I love Black Ops 3 so much. Because you can build a shield, you're good. When it breaks, you have to go get a new one. But in Black Ops 6, you need to constantly plate up and all that. No. And you can't do that when there's like 10 Manglers shooting at you in one round. It's really hard to do. But yeah, overall, zombies I think is gonna be a lot of fun. Where would I put it though? I'll be honest, I think it'll be average for me. I'm gonna be honest. Because I think it'll be above Cold War, but for me personally, it'll probably be high C, mid BT, I think, if I were to do a tier list. But yeah, that's my opinions. If you guys enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Till next time, see ya. Breathing underwater. Can't let you go now.